Yo, what's good? It's your boy Remy Roy, and I had to take my shades off because I don't. What we about to talk about is real shady. I don't want y'all to see my eyes to see that I ain't throwing no shade. It's all from a place of love. But the topic of discussion today is drum roll, please. Jada Pinkett and Will Smith, hot red table, table. Tea talk, nigga. This shit was tea. It was a whole lot of tea. First of all, I feel like everybody in the world was uncomfortable with the conversation, except for Will and Jada. This shit was so I had so many enlightenments watching this video, and then watching the memes after. A lot of y'all are hurt. Because I feel like with celebrity, especially like celebrity like Will and Jada, we idolize their relationship, and to find out they went through the same shit that we all go through. I know a lot of y'all women was disappointed. I know it in my heart because I felt it. And I could tell by the memes that y'all making. A lot of y'all niggas are very, very insecure. How I know? The memes y'all making is telling on yourselves. And if you reposting it and you find it funny, it has some truth to you. A lot of niggas is very insecure. Most niggas are insecure. Let me just put that. Men are probably a lot more sensitive than women, not because we're just bitches, which a lot of us are. It's more so because women have learned how to deal or had opportunities to deal and learn how to deal with their emotions openly in society, and men has never been allowed to or felt comfortable or safe enough or was brave enough, is what I should really say, brave enough like Will was, to be vulnerable in front of society and still stand on your 2 feet and shit like that. A lot of niggas is very insecure, and the biggest thing to a nigga is getting cheated on by their girl. And the thing about it too is what's so crazy is I don't even think niggas are mad at their women for cheating with another guy. I think they're more so mad at the other guy and now feel inadequate to another guy. I'm true. Oh, okay. And that was enough for the fellas, because I already know they like, what? Nah, dude. What? All right, whatever. We don't gotta dive deep into that, because I could tell. I already know a lot of y'all niggas like, what this nigga's on? What this nigga? Yeah, nigga. If you cheated with your girl, if your girl cheated on you, would you stay with her? And a lot of motherfuckers like, no, because she cheated. She betrayed our trust. Right. But what's unconditional love, nigga? Isn't marriage or love supposed to be unconditional? Jada and Will Smith showed the true definition of unconditional love, and I don't think motherfuckers like what it looks like, because that means we have to break up. I had to accept you. I had to accept all the negative quote unquote things that you did to you. I had to realize that the shit that you did that hurt me the most is also what taught you the lesson to make you the best version of yourself for me. And I don't want to go through that shit. And I don't want to have to deal with that shit. And a lot of us don't want to go through or deal with that shit. That's why it was so uncomfortable for us. Because it's like, wait, they cheated on each other and they still accepting each other. They still love each other. They still gonna. And a lot of men and women are just like so uncomfortable with that, because it's just like, if you cheated on me, you fucked up. Like, I could never. And then on top of that, the majority, I think the biggest thing about the whole cheating thing or entanglement, because Jada can't even say the word. Will Smith set her up. He was like, all right, this is red table talk. You always calling niggas out, so it's time for somebody to call you out, and you actually own it. She owned it, but she couldn't just say me and August was in a relationship. She didn't even say that. She had to say, yeah, I said that. We was in an entanglement. And Jada, I'm just letting you know that you're never going to hear the end of that, because nigga, like, that's some pimp shit right there, nigga. You learned that from Tupac or something. Like, entanglement, nigga, what? That's some player pimping since been pimping fucking line right there. I'm just saying. To each his own, but I'm just saying, like, and everybody know you're not gonna hear the end of that. You know how Will Smith did Wild Wild West, and he never hit the end of that. Your shit is entanglement, my nigga. And you did it to your damn self. But outside the point, I want to give a shout out to Jada Pinkett, because I think what she really expressed, and I think a lot of people are making memes about it because they don't want to really look at the reality of the situation, is She talked a lot about how her codependency on fixing somebody. I feel like a lot of us, not just women, men too, we date people based on fixing them. We based our value on how in the ability to fix other people. We get into relationships to fix other people so we can distract ourselves from fixing and healing ourselves. I think she was talking and tackling a lot of things that not just women, but both men and women need to start focusing on, which is self and healing self to then be their best version for their partners in their relationship. But yeah, like I think a lot of y'all motherfuckers is exposing yourselves with these memes. I saw this one meme when you know the Will Smith when he was like his daddy don't love him. They used that as like, you know what I mean? They did just change the words up, but it's just like whoever that nigga was, I could tell that the worst thing in his mind that could happen to him is him getting cheated on. It's him getting cheated on, or his wife cheating on him, and then his wife cheating on him with a younger nigga that is a fly nigga too. And I think that's another big aspect of the whole dynamic that most niggas are not ready to. Like, if Trey Songz steals your girl, you gonna feel a type of motherfucker way, cause Trey Songz a fly motherfucker. He could sing, and you know that your girl gonna enjoy herself, even if he's slaying his whack. Everything else she gonna enjoy. So that's what I think a lot of men has to work on their insecurity, because the fact is we are dating women, and women are as amazing and beautiful and perfectly godly creatures they are still human, and they are going to make mistakes. And your wife, your girlfriend, your loved one is going to make a mistake. And with that being said, are you going to now fuck it all and it's over, like Will said? Like, at a point for him it was all over, and now it's like a miracle that he's actually talking to her. Are we going to actually do the work, heal ourselves to get through and get into that better relationship? Or are we going to always expect this false magic that people, you want Will and Jada's relationship, but not realizing and don't realize the work that goes into getting that relationship, and not realizing their relationship still didn't lower. Like, you still want that relationship. What their relationship just showed is they can go through damn near anything and still come out together and loving each other even stronger than they did before. Most of us are not ready to do that work because, one, we're not ready to heal ourselves, and two, we're not ready to forgive ourselves, then forgive the other person, and then three, not ready to actually focus on what the hell and why the hell we did what we did, to then learn the lesson from that, to then now better ourselves, to then become the best version of ourselves, not just for our partners, but for the world and for everybody else around us. That being said, yo, I understand y'all feelings is hurt because this so-called ideal couple that you looked up to doesn't have the quote-unquote fairy tale love that you think, but this is what fairy tale love look like. That's what unconditional love look like. Not saying that Jada was or Will was okay for cheating or whatever, but if your relationship can't be tested, then your relationship ain't really shit. And understand, if you say you want to be with somebody forever or married or whatever, understand that relationship's gonna be tested. It's not gonna be. It may not be tested with cheating and all this other stuff, but it's going to be tested. And if you're not ready to fucking test your motherfucking relationship and put your relationship on the motherfucking line to see if it's fucking strong enough to, you know what I mean? She said, and I love how she said, all great or these marriages are forged in fire. Do you know why you gotta forge shit in fire? Because when you forge shit in fire, that shit can't break no more. Then they making a sword and they clink, clink, clink. They put that fit in fire, and they put that bitch in ice. So that shit can't break. Do you understand? If you want a relationship that can't break, you gotta forge it in fire. Fire don't feel good. Ice cold water, that shit don't feel good. It's a shock to your motherfucking system. We don't like that shit. I personally know for damn sure, and where I'm at in my life right now, I couldn't do that shit. I would have been too fucking embarrassed. My wife, not my girl, my wife cheated on me with this pretty ass little nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. We not talking no more. Like, I come see the kids. I could be in the same room with you, but it's just like, unless it's about the scheduling, like, what the fuck we got to talk about? Like, excuse me. You know what I mean? But it's just like, oh, so you do you want a marriage? Y'all women talking about, oh, y'all 25, 26, I'm supposed to be married by now. Do you sure you want a marriage? Because that means you're going to have to start forging in the fire. It's not like, oh, I'm working on my career, he's working on our career, and no. There's gonna be conflict. There's gonna be issues. There's gonna be, you know what I mean? Can you unconditionally love your wife, your partner, through all of that shit? You trying to build. That don't stop because you think. The kids are growing. That don't stop because y'all in a fight. That don't stop because y'all... All of that shit. Can you maintain all of that shit and still unconditionally? Not with conditions. Oh, if you do this, then I love you. If you do that, if I love you. If you keep and maintain this or this and that, then I love you. Those are conditions. Unconditional love. That's what the Bible teaches us, right? That's what we're supposed to love. How we're supposed to love one another unconditionally, right? Can you honestly say you can love your partner unconditionally, regardless of what they do? Granted, if my partner was like Jada in the situation, and I felt like she actually did learn the lesson and thing, I still would have forgive her ass. But that's what I'm working on, and that's what I realized. Oh, I say I want a relationship. I want to build a power couple and those other shit. Are you sure you ready for that motherfucking life? And if you're not, be careful what the fuck you say, because the universe is listening. God is listening. Allah is listening. Whatever you want to call it, is listening. And what you say will come fruition, will come to pass. So be careful. I want that Jada and that Will love. Okay, J. Cole. You gonna last through everything, but it's gonna be some hard motherfucking times. And you gotta understand that, and we should all understand that, and start preparing ourselves for the battle of marriage, the battle of unconditional love. This shit ain't easy. It ain't easy. Y'all motherfuckers think it's a fairy tale. That's why they show us the fairy tale, because that shit ain't easy. Shit is not fucking easy. So I understand it's very easy to joke about this shit, but let's be real about this shit. They dropping mad jewels on a nigga, dropping mad jewels on the shorty, dropping mad jewels on the gods and goddesses of this world. And I understand we gonna laugh about it, especially because the shit's really uncomfortable. But we still gotta make sure we grab all the jewels from that shit. And when we grab all them jewels out that shit and actually apply it and use it and apply it in our life prior to relationships, I think we'll set ourselves up for the best potential relationships, whether if it lasts or not. But you're gonna be able to learn and get everything you're supposed to need out of each and every relationship you do have. And then when you do find that person that you want to build with, the empire, the marriage, or whatever you want to call it, then it's not going to be easy, but y'all going to be in the right state of mind to go for the long haul. With all that being said, I'm going to stop it now. We at 12, about to be 13 minutes, all right? With all that being said, that's how I feel about the Red Table Talk. A lot of y'all motherfuckers is making all these jokes because this shit is hurting inside, and I get it too. It hurt me too. Like, I thought Jada and Will Smith had the perfect relationship, and they still fucking do. But the perfect relationship isn't perfect. The perfect relationship is whatever fucking happens, motherfuckers take their part in it, and then they do what they need to do individually to come back together to solve it together. And most of us, me included, because I'll be too in my emotions, in my feelings, and then I'll care about what the society think. How are you gonna take a girl that cheated on you? Oh my God. And that's probably the biggest thing about, especially with cheating. It's just what other motherfuckers think. And that's what every meme that's said about Will. Oh, your girl cheated. Oh, your wife cheated on you, blah, blah. And it's just like, niggas, do you understand how insecure you are about getting cheated on? And what's crazy is in this society, men cheat on their wives and their women all the fucking time. But you see how sensitive niggas really are. Because an idol of theirs' wife cheated on them, and they ready to like, oh, blah, da, 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 throw her under the bus, and he's not. And then people are probably looking at Will Smith as a sucker, not realizing if Jada never did whatever the fuck got in her entanglement, she would have never learned the lesson that broke them up in the first place, where now there can be in a position where they can't get back together, and he can now even love her even more because she did do the work on herself. And then and if it wasn't for that entanglement, she would have never, and he would have never gotten the best version of Jada. But we're not looking at that. We're like, oh, she cheated? Oh, nah, fuck that bitch. Oh, she used Tupac. She used to throw Tupac. No, you don't fucking know none of that shit. You just talking shit because your feelings is hurt. Because if your wife cheated on you, you would not be able to do what Will Smith did in that Red Table Talk. And even though he had a little couple of, slab comments and like, I'm going to get you back, and he fucked up with that one because then she's like, nigga, you already got me back prior. So, right. But it's just like, even with the double standards for men, If a man cheat on his wife 5 times, she cheat on him once, it's over for the nigga. And it's just like, come the fuck on. We can't be so quick to leave our, especially if you call this person your wife and you actually build some shit together. You can't be quick to just throw her under the bus because she didn't do it the way you think, or she made a fucking mistake. Because when you make a mistake, that means she could throw you under the fucking bus, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and then that just is what it is. And I know most niggas are probably still, and I feel like women are a lot better at being able to stay with somebody who cheated on them and forgive them and actually do the work to forgive them and then move on than men are. Because even if women fake it, they actually able to fake it, when men are just like, I'm too hurt, oh fuck that bitch. With all that being said, fellas, it's time for us to heal and get more secure with ourselves. You know what I mean? Women make mistakes. And not saying that you should stay with a woman who cheat on you, but understand that your woman might become a better person by making that fucking mistake, or not mistake. It might be just the universal alignment of what needed to happen in her life. Thing. Are you able to look past that and see what it really is, and then actually move into a better place? Or are you gonna be caught up in your feelings, your emotions, your pain, your trauma about it, and then just now go into other relationships, bringing that with you, and then harm other people and all that other good shit. Well, that being said, I'm really gonna end right now because now we at 16 minutes in. It's your boy Remy Records and that Records Red Table Talk. Jada and Will Smith. We out. Thank y'all for sharing what y'all did. For all the real ones, we gonna use this as a motherfucking study guide to help us with our relationship. And for all y'all motherfuckers that are hurt, I guess y'all just gonna keep making them funny memes. But that entanglement shit, Jada, that's some pimp shit. That shit is too funny. With all that being said, I'm out. Peace. Entanglements.